The sun shone brightly. The air was crisp and cold. A light dusting of snow covered the ground. The Thompson family was enjoying a winter hike in the woods. John, the father, led the way, his breath forming clouds in the frosty air. Mary, his wife, followed close behind, their two young children, Emily and Michael, skipping excitedly ahead. Laughter echoed through the silent trees, a testament to the family's joy and togetherness. They stopped for a picnic lunch. A bright red thermos filled with hot chocolate stood out against the white snow. Sandwiches were unwrapped and the family ate, their faces flushed with the cold and their spirits high. "Look, Daddy, a bunny!" Little Emily pointed excitedly towards a clump of bushes, her eyes wide with wonder. A hush fell over the group as they all strained to see the creature. But John's smile faded as he saw something else in the distance, something that sent a shiver down his spine. A set of eyes, glinting with a predatory hunger, peered from behind a thicket of trees. Wolves. "Get the kids and get to the car," John whispered urgently, his voice low and serious. Mary, her eyes widening in alarm, didn't question him. She quickly ushered the children, now sensing their parents' fear, back down the path. John lingered for a moment, hoping to distract the wolves, to draw their attention away from his fleeing family. He picked up a large stick from the ground, brandishing it as a makeshift weapon. His heart hammered in his chest, a drumbeat of fear against the silence of the woods. The wolves emerged from the trees, their lean, grey forms moving with a terrifying grace. They were no longer just a set of eyes, they were real, their presence a tangible threat. Their leader, a large male with a scar across its muzzle, lowered its head and let out a low growl, a sound that echoed ominously through the silent woods. John stood his ground, his grip tightening on the stick. He knew that he was their target, a distraction to allow his family time to reach safety. He had to be strong for them. He had to be brave. The wolves edged closer, their movements a synchronized dance of menace. John could smell their musky scent now, hear the soft padding of their paws on the snow-covered ground. He raised his stick, his eyes never leaving the pack. With a sudden burst of speed, the lead wolf lunged. John swung the stick, connecting with a sickening thud against the animal's flank. The wolf yelped, momentarily deterred, but the others were emboldened by its attack. John fought back with the desperation of a man protecting everything he held dear. He kicked and shoved, using the stick to deflect snapping jaws and bared fangs. Each moment was a blur of adrenaline and fear. The snow around him churned into a muddy mess. One of the wolves managed to get behind him, its teeth sinking into the fabric of his coat. John cried out, adrenaline surging through him, and with a burst of strength he flung the animal off. He knew he couldn't keep this up forever. He needed a miracle. And then, as if in answer to his silent prayer, he heard it. The distant roar of an engine growing louder by the second. The wolves, sensing the new threat, hesitated in their attack. The sound of a car horn, loud and insistent, cut through the air. The wolves, their attention now divided, finally retreated. They melted back into the trees, leaving John battered, bruised, but alive. The car, a familiar red pickup truck, screeched to a halt beside him. It was their park ranger making his rounds. John stumbled towards the truck, his legs shaky beneath him. He pulled open the door, and there, safe and sound, were Mary and the children. Emily threw her arms around him, her small face pale with relief. "Daddy!" she cried, clinging to him as if she would never let go. John held her tight, his own eyes stinging with tears. They were safe, they were alive, and he was never letting them out of his sight again.